It's Tuesday night, September 19th. We're talking 2K24 My Team. Please comment, like, and subscribe for YouTube. That's the move. That's the move lately. YouTube's been on my mind just today, in fact. Part of one of my pats on the back. Well, community pats on the back, I guess it is, in my shout out. Oh, it looks like Jimmy might have popped in for a second. But my shout outs, that's how I want to start off tonight. I've been enjoying 2K24 quite a bit. And I don't know if I'm doing anything different or unique. I see a lot of other people enjoying 2K24. So just trying to spread that excitement. The first shout out is everybody that supported me on this journey. 3-platform paid content creator. As of today, I had a notification and I tweeted about it. And shout out Mos for the retweet, and he'd offer anybody that follows me double the amount that I got deposited. So that's fun. And shout out Mos for the interview. Seems like forever ago. Great guy, cool guy. Another thing that's been really awesome in the community, that being able to interact with people like that. And the second shout out is Cabrillo and Zach. We played co-op versus Henry LeBlazin, Jin, and Jamba Joe. It was an epic battle on stream, mind you, on stream. And they squeaked out a tough, hard-fought 21-2 victory. So, shout out them, but shout out my teammates, Cabrillo and Zach. You know, those were the real moral winners there. But it was cool. That another cool part of the 2K community. I didn't realize it was the real one. One of my homies, Michael, said, "No, that's the real HTB." And so I leaned forward, of course, like it matters. We all leaned forward collectively. Lean forward into a punch is what we leaned forward into. But it was a fun game. That co-op, it's a blast. And the third, and not final shout out, but the third shout out for now is anyone trying to help anyone do anything better in this game. Whether it's SIGs or card reviews or jump shots, settings, figuring out the player market and the grading, plays. That there's so many different things in this game that are confusing that other people can help each other get better at. So shout out anybody doing that. And somebody that's helped me a ton, Jimmy, shout you out as far as helping people try to get better at the game.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim. Thanks for the kind words. I don't know how much I do it. I'm helping to get people better at the game, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm really collecting a lot this year, and I didn't really have a plan to do that, but I got Marion yesterday, and I've been on a kick ever since to keep collecting.
Oh, so, you got the collection bug. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I just noticed, Jimmy, that you say at the end of the day a lot when a lot of people start their day with you. Mm-hmm. So we might want to rethink that. Figure out a different trademark for the Waffle House. Maybe maybe you start saying at the beginning of the day, just in casual conversation. I don't know how hard that'd be to.
It happens a lot. It's like this. Giannis does it a lot. I think we've had this conversation where it just happens.
Yeah.
Like I say it subconsciously.
Oh yeah. We just get ourselves in a situation where we have to shout each other out once in a while, and that's how I wanted to start this episode number 4, Spacecast number 4 of 2K24. Tomorrow is already Shaq Day.
Yep.
And so when you hear that, being a MyTeam veteran of sorts, when you hear a card like that that's hyped up a bit, that we've seen other Shaqs, we've seen other bigs do some things, what comes to mind? This could go back to 21, 22. What do you start thinking about when you hear Shaq Day? First Shaq, real Shaq.
In this game, he'll be dominant for sure. I really think that everybody's going to need an inside big to counter So I got Alonzo Mourning today. I don't know if he's going to be able to do the job, but he's probably my best bet if I were to come up against Shaq.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got a rotating trio. We got Miles Turner, we got Jack Sigma, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Lock and the Ruby. I don't know, Tim. It's going to be tough, but we'll see what happens. So,
yeah, that's.
you know,
I was trying to equate him to a card, maybe from 23 or 21 in my mind, just kind of thing, because automatically I was so into 23. I hear big, I think Yao. Okay, how does he compare to Yao? Right?
Okay, I'll give you one. Last year, as far as the trophy case, remember, it was just a year ago now that we were waffling about the trophy case.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember how dominant Big Z was at a time?
Yes.
And that I think there's a comparison to be made there. Maybe not a direct comparison, but Big Z was very slow, but he was causing some serious damage.
That's to put it kindly. I kindly see. I went Sabonis, and he was also very slow, to put it kindly.
Sabonis is a good one. I know you started in the West. I started in the East. So I got Big Z relatively quickly, and he was solid for me for a while. I remember I was playing against that Sabonis card in Unlimited, and my Donovan Mitchell threw down this crazy dunk over him, man, and I'll never forget it. So that's my memory of that Sabonis card. I was actually not a skill issue for one possession.
Did you tweet it?
No, but the video is saved.
Okay.
I have it somewhere.
Okay. As long as it's somewhere in the archives, that if somebody has to check receipts, you never know in the Twitter sphere how that looks. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. A slower big, but it seems like, man, in this game right now, the inside presence can be a problem.
Absolutely. I was just talking about it on stream today. Right now, I mean, you could run a lot of options at the 4, but if you were to run, let's just say Jabari and Shaq, and you got Jabari spacing the floor, I was saying you don't need to have 5 shooters at this stage in the game. I mean, we're a week and a half in. Mm-hmm. But Jabari out there keeping the defense honest, and Shaq just going to town in the paint, that's going to be tough. Now, for me, I'm not getting Shaq, so you guys got to have fun.
Okay.
But
I had to double check how many days the game's been out. You say that it's only been out a week and a half, because I was like, geez, it seems like it's been out a lot longer. But I know. But I guess that's when you play it a bunch. When you're a 2K MyTeam enthusiast, it seems like we almost need hourly content. Really, to really quench or even 4 hourly content, like some sort of house where you could purchase things, that you'd have to check every 4 hours. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. But
I gotcha. Well, at the end of the day, no, I'll stop saying that.
No, not to make you self-conscious about it. I think it's great. But I just thought it was ironic that so many people start their day with you at the Waffle House. And one of your phrases is at the end of the day.
It's just, for me, I'm still finding stuff to do because I'm still scratching the itch. I have been very vocal that I want to get Bam, Murray from locking in the Series 1 collections, and then that leads to Mike Malone. Now it's time to become familiar with Mike Malone's game. You may have heard of the Denver Nuggets. They won the championship.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mike Malone, from the start to the finish, end of the game, to the end of the day, he has gold dimer on all of his. That's a boost for everybody. So you can just be open shots. If they have gold dimer, then he gets boosts off. So with that, it's like I really want to keep collecting, and I locked in all the East collections tonight. I finished the Pistons collection. I needed 2 more Pistons players, and I got one, Monte Morris, in an unsellable Series 1 pack. So I got Bam.
Ripping packs. I like it.
Not ripping. I haven't opened a single pack from the pack market the whole year.
Don't you think you're missing part of the game that way?
No, not at all.
Okay, just checking. All right. Just had to see where you're at.
No, because I'm going out there and I'm getting Marion. I'm getting more cards from Marion. I'm finishing all the agendas from the Same Face New Place, and I'd love to waffle about that. I know you got your notes, but
Yep. I just have one. I just have one kind of long note before I need to get into some of these things. Because they 2K gave us a little bit of a roadmap. It's almost like they gave it to me to make sure I had something to guide me through Tuesday Spaces. It's like so. Shout out who that's probably Ronnie. If I had to guess one, shout out Ronnie for giving us that my team roadmap. But yeah, because I wanted to ask you about that card, that the Shaq card, because a lot of cards like that, or any card, any first good shooter or something, it'll kind of stick with us as far as, oh, I remember this from this 2K, or I remember this. And so when I was thinking about Shaq, I was trying to think about Shaq, but what I was thinking about was 2K24 compared to 2K18.
okay.
And it's not for graphics or SIGs or anything. It's for I guess for an experience because of something that happened for me on Sunday. It took me back a little bit,
All right.
And I've been streaming a little bit with this 2K24 since it came out. In fact, all of my game time, except when I'm just sitting here with the menu on for the space recording, I think that's going to skew the numbers, but we can throw that in later. That'll help me boost my numbers, actually. But all of my game time has been on a stream. And on a stream, 1 hour of my game time wasn't on my stream. It was on your friend, my friend, our friend, Floki's stream. Sunday morning. Sunday morning is usually when I get up, make some breakfast, and I reset my fantasy football roster 17 times. And it's back, and I'm researching backup tight ends. I'm just stuff I shouldn't do, stuff I need to. It would benefit me to just set my roster. If anybody into fantasy football could understand that, but it'd benefit me for just set my roster and only adjust for injuries, and then just not try to outsmart everything. But that's what I typically do. But I was, stream surfing a little bit, visiting my friends, and Floki happened to be, looking for some sweat in park. And I'm like, what? Okay, this is cool. And I'm thinking, man, I have a build. Oh, that'd be so cool if I could play with Floki, but he's PlayStation, and wait a second. Crossplay comes in, and I remember that whole commercial where they did the whole crossplay thing. I don't know how many NBA superstars were on it, but it was a big commercial, big marketing thing. So I'm singing the song in my head about crossplay, and I load up and I play 2 games with Floki and Freebase. What up, Pimp Juice to Freebase?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it was a blast, and I'm not good. I blame my guy. I blame my build. It's right now the build isn't good, but once I get the build good, it'll be because the build's broken. So I got all kinds of built-in excuses. But I sweat. I like to sweat. I like to run out there, hold my own defense from time to time. And then we played 2 games, and I see there's a bunch of familiar MyTeam people in there, from Floki's stream, and there people are sweating on different courts against randoms and stuff, and it looks like a pretty good time. But I have to leave. I have to go take care of some business, and I get back, fire up stream, and I'm right back into Floki's park because right now I'm itching. I'm like, okay, I got to get back out there. I don't care if I sell every game. I'm having fun, and but I do care deep down. I care if I sell. Any teammates listening, that's a little exaggeration for the video. I do care if we win or lose. All right. But this time was a little different. I joined his Discord. Never done that, and I know this is probably a lot of people have been doing this for a long time, but it's another one of those things. First time for me, pretty neat. I've been on a Discord call here and there, but this was, kind of chilling out, hanging out with Floki for a few hours playing Park. But not just Park, because it started off, we wanted to play Park, but everybody was already squatted up. Everybody was already playing. And so So right away we go to co-op. And I get to play, me and Floki get to play with Fiji God, who the first time I've ever got to talk to was in Floki's Discord. Been friends with him for 3 years. Never been in an Xbox party with him, never talked to him, got to hear his voice. And that's one thing I love about these spaces too, not to get sidetracked, but so Discord, pretty cool thing. Got to play with Fiji and No Clue, LMAO. And it's no laughing matter playing with that dude. Corver Sweat, best Corver user, all right? I don't know if that's not even, and another guy, No Clue, PlayStation, would never been able to play with him before. So here I am again playing, and we're winning too. So don't think we're just out there, ha ha ha. No, we're cutthroat killers on the basketball court. All right, we're winning game after game after game, and then I think Fiji had to go to work, and then so we're playing with No Clue, and then we jump into rec. Okay, so again, this is hanging out with Floki in his Discord, and now there's other people in the Discord. Now Michael's hopped in, Twisted. I think Killa Josh was in there for a little bit. Didn't get to play with him, or chat with him, but I think I saw his emblem on the Discord. I'm still learning what all that means, but he was around. Yeah. You know, Rye Guy was there, and back to my notes. See, I got too excited. And then we jump into rec. And again, I'm just trying to hold my own, and we're playing good. I'm playing good defense, and Twisted's got this sweet bowl build that he's cooking with, and Michael's cooking, and Floki's got a killer midi that just, when he has to, of course. But he was cooking, and there's one other teammate. So it was us three, and somebody from Floki's chat was our fifth. And so again, combined PlayStation, combined Xbox, hanging out in Discord. So it was like I spent a few hours hanging out with Floki and a couple other peoples, where at times, and I know this is bad, this is an L streamer move, but at times I forgot I was streaming. That times we were just laughing and joking, and not like for like big lengths of time, of course, but little sections where it's like, yeah, this is why you play. This is why you get out there.
Yeah, that's not an L streamer move. That's actually a W too, because you're just out there just having fun. And if you happen to not read chat for a little bit because you're so like locked in and just having fun, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience, and it wasn't on my bingo card, nor was it in my playbook. But the playbook is something that we were given.
I like that. I like that stuff.
I've been working on my segues, really. I've never ridden one, so I might as well write a few. So the playbook. Let's say we go back a little bit, because I have it on screen. So on the video, the summer standouts came out, and those were some awesome grindable cards. And then so since the last space, there was a double XP event in Triple Threat Online.
Yep.
How did that look for you? You get out there?
I had level 40 before that event came out, so.
Okay. Whoa. Probably not on both consoles, though. No way that happened.
No. But I mean, I've really just been playing my Xbox account because, like I said, I have the itch for collecting, and I want to keep getting stuff, and I'll feel complete once I have 3 teams to go in the West, and the Spurs are one of them. So stay tuned.
Okay. All right, I like that. Okay, and then so now they start dropping the different player earnable cards. Like they go from the Warriors, Celtics. What does that mean exactly? NBA Series 1 player pack earnable in agendas. Is that exactly what it sounds like? You get a Series 1 card from that team?
Yep.
Okay. Good. Because I haven't been on the grind much. I've been enjoying 2K probably way more than a lot of people. I'm just saying. But so I'm going through this as, talk to me like I'm 5. Is that the thing?
Yeah.
And then so the new legendary path, and I know we're leading up to Shaq. That's the biggest thing. But there's a new pack drop tomorrow. The same face, new place. What do we know about that?
That came today.
So the pack came out today?
The same face, new place was today.
Shaq's tomorrow.
Jacks tomorrow with the legendary path.
Okay, see, this is with time zones. That's the problem. Time zones. And me not playing the game at all yet. Just watching Twitter. Okay, so so same face, new place. So that's all grindable cards, grindable content.
Yes. So it's the second in the series of Tuesday content where, just like last Tuesday with Summer Standouts, they released same face, new place with 9 grindable cards through agendas. I found these agendas to be easier than last week. You can make the debate. You could probably. I think that on the whole, the cards were a little bit better last week. Obviously, we're talking about Jabari Smith, Cam Whitmore, and Jordan Walsh is way better than the world. The heck, I'm shouting you out, brother. Even today, I got everybody in a relatively short amount of time. You look at a guy, you look at CP3, you look at Dylan Brooks. Those cards could definitely help somebody out. I particularly don't care for Jordan Poole's jumper, but he doesn't look too bad. You got Marcus Smart in there. So, it's funny. I keep getting cards for these agendas before the agendas are live, and it's happened like 4 times now. So, 2 Emerald cards, Eric Gordon and Max Strus, I earned while I was playing a Triple Threat offline game before the agendas were in the game. So that was kind of cool. But again,
what do you think? You take a flyer on the next card you get, and you tweet out "guaranteed agenda tomorrow." Huh?
Well, I don't know about all that, but all I know, after I got Marion, we know more collector level rewards are coming in Season 2 because it says that in the game. I got Marion yesterday, like I said, but I'm getting a head start on next season. And I encourage everybody. I made a Reddit post about it today, and I made a bunch of different stuff about it. Take advantage of the pickup challenge for these agendas, like not just today, but in a lot of stuff. Try to get in the habit of doing that every day. It takes 10 to 15 minutes, and then you get the door prize at the end, where you can get uniforms, playbooks, all that different stuff. And then you need to do stuff online for the agendas. So either Triple Threat, Clutch Time Online, Salary Cap. That's where I'd look to get these done.
Okay, I like that. The pickup challenge. That's a nice move, because back last year there was a whole skill challenge long term that you could really knock out a bunch of agendas in the one.
Yeah. Yep.
How you liking the CPU defense this year? No problem, or is it a little better?
I got through current domination without too many issues. When I was on Superstar, they definitely kicked it up a notch for Hall of Fame. So, like I said, I got 6 stars in the Hall of Fame, all-time domination. We beat the Raptors by 19 and the Nets by 17. So, hey, I'll take what I can get. I'm in no hurry to get Pau Gasol. I would probably rather use Jabari Smith anyway at this stage. So, it's all good.
Yeah, so some of those CPU games, yeah, you get down to the end, when you're up by 18 and there's 40 seconds left and you're like, "Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let's see where we go with this one."
Yep. No, definitely tough, but I don't know. I found my Triple Threat offline trio. And this is for everybody listening. Use your favorite shooter to shoot from the outside. I pulled Corver. I got lucky. And then in the gold equal chance pack from the agendas for Mirage, I pulled Hakeem Warwick. And then I was able to get Stromile Swift along with that. So they have a duo that goes from gold to sapphire. And that's a duo I like to use in Triple Threat offline, because it is the duo, and a lot of times you are playing gold cards or emerald cards. And then Corver's just shooting it, and that's how I was able to get Alonzo today. And then I'll have Zerbiak very soon.
So are you on the B-Roy grind then? Is this?
Cards-wise, I'm halfway there. But there's just a lot of online stuff that I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I gotta
Can we
use my
check
PS5.
can we check the tape from last Spacecast last week? You mentioned something about a lot of online stuff.
It's not a priority. Not a priority. We'll go with that.
Where are we at on the leaderboard, Jim? Are we still on the leaderboard of
We
the
are
online
so off the
online salary cap mode where you were at in the top?
There was a time where I was number 6, but those days have come and gone. So I am no longer the leaderboard. It was a Mickey Mouse run, and I am no longer. I'm way off of it. So forget that. That barely was a. And
No.
now
I think we saw the future. I think we saw the future there. Not just a little blip on the radar of, oh, whoops, like you opened the wrong door and accidentally sweated out to the top 6. No. It was destiny that led you to that leaderboard. You know.
So, well, I appreciate that, but anyway, like I said, just because my Mickey Mouse rings are gone from limited. I know they're unlimited, but that's different.
Yeah.
I had to do a Mickey Mouse run in salary cap, considering effectively salary cap replaced limited. But with that being said,
and the salary cap, the end of salary cap round 1 is coming up.
Yep, Friday.
So are you think you maybe going to try to replace, or no? Just wait till round 2 starts.
I'm chilling until round 2.
Okay.
So
yeah, 6 is pretty high. All right, I'm betting round 2 you might get up to like 3rd.
We'll see. No promises. No promises. I look forward to playing salary cap again, though. But
we all know you're playing salary cap. That's a given. You may say, "Oh, there's a lot of online stuff to do," but we've seen Comp Sweat Jimmy tweeting his online comp achievements, and once you tweet things like that, then we stay tuned.
The interesting part about it is that salary cap is kind of its own thing. So obviously Barry was the first go around, and then we have 2 more rubies coming in to get Amethyst Oladipo.
So it's salary cap, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, it's for sure a thumbs up, but it's better than limited, and I can't believe I'm even saying that. But yeah, I did what I had to do. I got Barry, Barry's a good card, but then I got Korver, and guys, if you guys hear, I've been waffling for a lot of time. If you hear nothing else I say, hear this. I understand that not everybody does collector level. I understand that not everybody has a focus on collecting. At least do yourself a favor. Get to 200 and get the Amethyst Sam Jones, because that card literally does everything. He does everything at a high level. He can shoot. He can defend. He can do it all. He's been carrying me, and it just feels like he's a step ahead of a lot of other cards.
So, did you take the community survey? Do I need to say nerf Sam Jones or anything, or is that?
Well, hey, Sam Jones is a worthy collector level reward. You got Bane at 50 cards, so he wasn't that hard to get, and he's kind of unfortunately fallen off the table. But Sam Jones is here, and at least for me, he's here to stay. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you guys are just starting to dive in, if you guys can play My Career Park, whatever the case may be, you're doing yourself a favor if you get to 200 cards to get him.
Do we get a new community or a new playbook coming up? Do you know when that comes out? Because I know this leads up to the end of this week, but we're probably already going to be wanting to know what's happening next week. Do we know when?
So hopefully they're coming in on a frequent basis. One playbook, I know, but we don't know when. We can't give you a specific date, but hopefully the end of this week, we'll see. Okay,
I like that. But for real, did you take the community survey? Did you take the 3 minutes to?
I did.
I did too. I did it actually on stream. I successfully completed my first menu-only 2K24 stream last night, Jimmy. No basketball. Little over 2 hours, no gameplay, no basketball, and it was a blast. And there was a bunch of people hanging out, and it was So maybe there's still a future in menu streaming.
That
Don't run out to comp. I know that's the first place you went to salary cap and online modes, but there's still a place for us menu streamers.
All right. That's the best service I've waffled about in a long time. You streaming for an entire menu stream.
Yeah, 2 hours. Not a basketball was dribbled. No shots were made. But we prepped for the space. We made friends, of course. But one other thing that that kind of ties up this week. Something happened on Friday. 2K did a show on Twitch. Something celebrating content creators with logos. And so, first of all, congratulations to Jimmy. But I want to know, Jimmy, what does being not a one-time, not a two-time, but a three-time logo recipient mean? Because I know you tweeted a picture about North Dakota today, and when I see those North Dakota tweets, I know that maybe somebody needs to give Jimmy a phone call because he's been thinking about his feelings again, and the journey you've been on, and so yeah, tell me about that. Three times, and I know everyone's special in its own way.
For sure, but honestly, Tim, there's not really much to say because the community carried me, the Waffle House carried me all 3 years. That's really it. I wouldn't be without the people who tune in every day and support and all that stuff. Okay. It's really that simple.
Okay, we'll switch it around and treat you like a politician then. Like they elected you with the logo, Jimmy, as the elected logo recipient. What can you promise your supporters?
That's a good question. Ask about what the Waffle House can do for you. Ask what you can do for the house. No, for me, the biggest thing is discipline and consistency. We've had this conversation before, but for anybody who's listening for the first time, motivation is going to come and go. This is in any aspect of life, but especially content creation. Your motivation is going to be up and down, but it's the discipline and it's the consistency that'll set you apart. Are you uploading to YouTube? Are you uploading to TikTok? Are you streaming? Are you posting on here? There's a lot to juggle. There's a lot to balance. No doubt about it. But it's what Kobe talked about, where he said, "Are you getting 1% better each day?" Right. So
that's self-motivation is what is that? So they say it's something you can't teach. It's something you got to learn on your own. It's something you gotta almost teach yourself.
For sure, and then like I said, the biggest things I'm focused on, like I said, are discipline and consistency, because there's a lot of external factors that you can't control, and that will cause the motivation to almost be like a roller coaster. So, because it just happens. Mm-hmm. But I can control my effort. I can control my attitude. I can control waking up every day for 327 days in a row and streaming. I can control that. There might be things that happen externally outside of my control that are other factors that might hinder that, but I can do that. So, and I owe it to myself, and I owe it to the people who are waking up at freaking 4 a.m. Pacific, or you think about the folks, like I said, in Australia who are winding down their day to hop in. So I think about that stuff all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of people just missed that because Captain redeemed ad time right before you started speaking. So
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I always say it, man. I appreciate my mods and my VIPs and everybody who tabs, lurks, chats, all that different stuff. Obviously, want to shout out one VIP. I know you're gonna probably shout out Ramsey because it's his birthday, but I want to shout him out. So much love there. That's all that really needs to be said, but much love. But yeah, I mean, Captain has been basically an OG for a long time, and if he says it's ad time, it's ad time.
Yep.
That's simple.
Yep, and so that's why, we just got to run down the replies in the space real quick. And Evan, Star Lord Lego God, thank you for always being here. So these spaces, it's fun to be in these spaces because when people want to talk, they know how to have a good day, feel happy, because the world is always nice. That's a true bowler's perspective. I know Evan and Isaac, Tuesday's bowling night, so it's always nice when they stop by. DJ Bright. And Isaac, mid to see you on the requested list. Got a few other people. Got to get to birthday boy Ramsey and Heck and Stogie and Allie and Jay. But we do have spots for a couple other speakers tonight for sure. For sure. But so all in all, Jimmy, you've pretty much touched on a lot of the questions that I had for you. But if I had to get a recent win from you, where would you be at?
Yeah. Well,
recent win.
I talked with my mom today.
Okay.
So that's just a W every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out moms. Shout out my mom. My mom's one of a very loyal listener. She listens to the YouTube side. So.
W, big W. So with the North Dakota stuff, that popped up.
Yep. Did she come get you? Is that what that picture was? Was she coming to pick you up?
Yeah, and we literally packed the entire car with everything.
Like something like that, you didn't pay your final bills and just got out of town, or what was the scene there, Jimmy?
That's funny. We packed everything up. We spent a lot of time there together. When she was actually working there for a time, so we were out there. We were doing that, and just wanted to send it off together. And it popped up during stream on my Google Photos. They do like little slideshows, and then I spent that night in Minneapolis, and I don't know. It's just 3 years. Wow, time really does fly.
It does fly, yeah. A whole different situation we're in, like night and day difference.
Yep. That was 2020. That was September 2020.
Yeah.
So, still COVID times.
And so now it's a pretty far cry from thinking about those 2Ks. But when you do think about 2K24 as opposed to 2K23, we've got a little bit of recency bias. What is your approach? Did you change your approach at all? Because I know you were never a sniper, and your auction house game was very weak, to put it nicely. So maybe you don't miss the auction house at all, but does 2K24, when you think about 2K23 and what we just went through the whole thing, and now we're playing 2K24, what's your we've had it a week and a half now. In game land, it seems like we've had it a month, but
yeah,
how's the Waffle House differ now?
Like I said, I just have the itch to keep collecting, and I'm just trying out a bunch of different cards. Like that's always been the fun part for me. I like the fact that we can earn these cards through agendas. We're not dealing with the trophy case, which at times was pretty cumbersome. Shout out to Elevate. He knows why. Elevate, if you're listening to this, you saved a lot of people, man.
Oh, jeez.
So that's I think that's a huge difference where we're not wondering about the elite franchise moment. And a lot of times we're going out there, we're talking about the agenda, what are we going to do? Just going out there and hooping, really, whether you're playing salary cap or whatever the case may be. So that it feels like, in that sense, a sort of a burden has been lifted.
That's a good point. You bring up a good word too, a burden, because for me, I was a bit auction house made, as far as collecting pictures to tweet about certain auction house accomplishments. So now there's not that tie to get back on every 4 hours to repost. You know, a lot of us just didn't put him up for 500 and just hope for the best, Jimmy.
I know.
Some of us did a little research and, you know.
Keep cooking. At the same time, like I think I'm correct in saying that you enjoyed some elements of the trophy case, and I did too. But you were having fun with Clyde and your namesake, right?
Mm. Well, oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't miss it.
No.
I miss the road, but
oh, yeah.
I don't miss it at all.
Trophy case Russ. I was trophy case Russ made for a while.
And that's the other thing is like how I dunked over Sabonis and beat that guy. Man, I was cooking this Russ with D Rose, man. I'll never forget. And I was first in the world to get Russ in January. Heck yeah.
I like that. Hey, but tonight you get to be first in the world to answer birthday boy Ramsey's mystery question. He was tasked with something which he accepted, you know, because he is the community glue guy. And first of all, Ramsey, happy birthday.
Thank you, Tim.
How you doing? Is it everything you expected it to be so far?
Somewhat, yeah.
All right. So if you had a question for Jimmy, what you got?
Why do you waffle so much?
So my one question for Jimmy, because you know he's known very much in the community. When the game arrives for me, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, it's gonna come. I don't know how much I'll be playing it or whatever, but I feel like I'll dabble in it maybe. How are you gonna feel the next day on your stream after I destroy you on co-op with my 3? I just want, because you're not avoiding it, because there's going to be a tweet made, and you're going to get tagged, and I'm going to get a lot of retweets, so you're not running from it anymore. It will be streamed, and people will see it. You pick your best 2, I'm going to have my, oh, buddy, oh, Lord, I got a black book of names, and every hitter in that name is red.
Ramsey, real quick. So what was the question? I know there was a question in there somewhere.
The question is clear, Tim. Let me finish.
All right.
How are you going to feel, Jimmy, after I destroy you in co-op?
I'll feel fine. I'll get over it. I'll be okay. I'm a big boy, man. Guess what? I've lost a lot of games 2K. Buddy, I'm an old head. I've played 2K since 2K5. You know how many games I've lost? A lot.
One thing that came up, Jimmy, I know that you're tasked to fix your game. Have you known if they're working on the bans for quitting and stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I've made an attempt to try to fix my game.
Okay, because I figure this is just a little T-Smalls, you know, space here that we're not gonna get the waves or the game fixed, but just as simple that because you were at Community Day. I have pictures of you at Community Day. You and Floki, and I forgot to grill him about it because I was having too much fun. But anybody I see at Community Day, I figure they have all the inside scoop. So if you just know if they're working on the bans, because of course they are, and Mike Wang has been great about communicating back and forth lately.
Well, I recommend you guys check out Mike Wang, Zach Timmerman, and listen. I don't want to call anybody out, but this is end up being a good thing. Dad Bod, I see you in here. I saw your tweet, dude. I got you. I know you're telling me to fix my game, so I got you. Yep. I get told that we're good.
Perfect. As long as we got that addressed, and it is in the works. Just like a lot of things with a new game, especially when they're trying new things, you never know. You never know what's really going on. Unless there's devs telling you what's going on. And I know that there's a steals thing and all that kind of stuff that we could go back and forth on what needs to be nerfed and stuff that I don't know about. That I'm waiting for Heck to tell me what needs to be nerfed, actually. Then I'll tweet that. I'll just say, yeah, what Heck said.
Let's say this. Me fixing my game, I wake up in the morning, I think about it. I go to bed at night, think about it. It's very top of mind for me all day, every day.
So at the end of the day, they are working on addressing the bans that are being thrown out for no reason.
Well, sometimes it looks like it's for no reason, and there is a reason.
Yes. Oh yeah. But that's why I put in there for no reason at the end, because yeah, of course they are implementing a hey, don't quit or you get banned. You know, that's. But it seems like there's a little bit of side effect. You know, like with any good prescription pill, there's a bad side effect, which you know, and then you take a different prescription pill for that side effect, and then you take a different one, and then it's a whole different thing.
I get you.
But I appreciate your time, Jimmy, as always. Always. And you're more than welcome to hang out. I do have a couple questions for the birthday boy Ramsey,
Yes,
and
sir.
then I do want to get Stogie up here, and then we got Heck and Jay and Allie, you know, the regular cast of characters. Ramsey,
Yes, Tim.
give me a recent win.
I went to the movies today for my birthday.
Okay. What'd you see?
I saw a person that really looked like me on the screen. Really, I mean, we just twins for real. Denzel, you know, and Equalizer 3, because at the end of the day, he literally is like me in all of the movies. I mean, you know, you mess with people that I care about or good people that are in my life, then, you know, you're going to have to be dealt with. So I would advise everybody to go see it. I will say, without saying anything of, like telling you how the movie plays out, you could kind of see, like everybody will make their conclusion, but it's like, out of the three of them, it's definitely, it has action, but just not as much as you would have liked. It's more like of a, you know, you learn the, you know, you kind of got to watch it. Like you definitely got to watch it.
Oh yeah. Is it one of the ones you got to watch a couple times to get the storyline, or no?
No, you'll get the storyline. It's just if you're looking for all that go Denzel action left every 2 seconds, this one is a little calmer.
Okay. I like that. And so as far as you know, you still have your ear tapped into the MyTeam community. If you just without getting into specifics, you know, just with the vibe, because you're probably seeing good and bad things. If you were to compare the gameplay or the content or anything to 2K23 of 2K24, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Next gen.
Crossplay.
Next gen. Yeah, crossplay. I mean, quite frankly, I've just been excited about the content that I've been seeing because at least it's keeping people's interest. Because I'm just not gonna hide the fact that I'm not happy with what I've seen from this game, and I knew that even after I prayed and prayed and prayed, it would be so positive. It's not starting good, and you don't do that when you have a special Kobe Bryant edition. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I hope it. I mean, the content has been consistent. But I mean, I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've seen people be positive. I've seen people be negative. And I've seen people after 15 days of this game or whatever it is, be drained. Let's be honest. I mean, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. And if that's how I feel, I mean, prime example. As of right now, my hope is for it to get better. And I know with time, it has a chance to. So that's my hope. Because, you know, maybe they'll look up to the sky and ask Kobe for an answer or something. Because as of right now, if somebody was to ask me, hey, I've heard this 2K, it's the one with Kobe, should I get it? I'm telling them, don't ever play 2K again. Don't ever play 2K again.
What if they follow up that question with, do you have it?
And I would say no.
Okay.
If I saw a person right now, if I'm at the store right now, no. My son was thinking, no, don't get it for him. He's going to get frustrated. And then he's going to be bothering you for money because you got to pay money. And like I said before, Madden is clearly pay to win. But just like with these level skips, it's regulated. You can only go to a certain extent on the levels, and that's why it keeps people, or the people who don't really like to spend or really can't spend, it keeps them to have a fair advantage. So maybe they need to work on that. So
okay,
we can go to the next question, but that's how I'm feeling.
oh yeah, no, that was the question, was how are you feeling about it. So yeah, you nailed it. I asked you how you're feeling about it, and I like that. So are you still planning on getting it then, just right now? And
I mean,
you don't have to lock in. You don't have to lock in.
I'm getting it regardless because, like I said before, my uncle, this is our thing. He always gets me the game because he wants to try to beat me. So it's our thing. I'm not going to just say, don't send me it. I don't really feel like playing. And he may not feel some type of way or really say it, but I know we've been playing this game since before he had my cousin, like in 2010. Like, we've been playing this game my entire life, basically. So we've been playing each other, and it was a time where I couldn't beat him, and then I started beating him to the point where it was just stop the game at halftime, get off the sticks, don't get upset that you're losing to your nephew because he got mad. So, I mean, I'm always that's gonna be satisfactory. Like, he thinks he can use Braun better than me, and I hit him with that up and under drop step 360. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, this is not 2K10, buddy. Remember, you gotta advance with the time, old man." So that's our thing. So I'm getting it regardless. Now, like I said,
So there's still a couple of battles coming up, whether or not online or anything on stream. There's a couple battles. Okay, I like that. See, there's still something to get excited about then, because maybe by the time you get it, maybe your view on it will have changed, because to play devil's advocate a little bit, that you say that there are pay to win aspects of it. If me being someone that just wants to hop on and play co-op, a la Ramsey 2K23, there's a way that I can just hop on, buy a great card, and play with my friends.
Yeah.
Or there's the me from last year, a lot of people from this year, there's ways to grind out MT, there's ways to grind out VC and still purchase that same card. Yes, it's more expensive, but it's more, you're not worried, okay, is my account going to get clapped the next day if I buy this card?
Yeah, you would think. And then you think, oh, my account, and then you get a ban message for winning a game. So,
I got a warning, though. I got a warning because they said, hey, take it easy on your opponents. They gave me a warning. A comp warning is what I call it. Some people call it a ban warning. I call it a comp warning. And you're getting some good shout-outs for your birthday today, Ramsey.
Yeah, because that means that I did my job. All I ever aim to do when I wake up in the morning is make somebody's day better. I don't have to give them any money. I don't have to necessarily call them. But if they know that they have a person that if they need, they can call and that will get back to them and be there, that's what I aim for. So yes, it's nice and all, but it's never going to stop. It didn't stop on my birthday. A few people needed me, and I'm going to be there. Even if it's my day, technically, but that's just how I am. I've seen too much go on in this lifetime and seen everything. So, yeah.
I like that. Is that an angry thank you, Ramsey? Is that what that was? Like a more of a hype man? Like, I made it another year.
Aggressive, because some people don't get it, that they can't, that they just feel lost, and then they, do certain things. Just, reach out. You got somebody in your corner.
Yeah, I saw that tweet you tweeted about, you announcing your birthday to remind you. There was a picture on that of you there. Remember that picture? Remember that day?
Yeah, I remember that day, and I remember what good people I met that day too.
Yeah, I got a scar on my knee.
I remember one of them getting dropped off in front of the significant other.
We had some great sushi. That's what I was getting at. We had some great sushi.
That's
Yeah, we'll talk about the gameplay, the Smoles gameplay later. How about that? But in the meantime, do you want to think about a question for Stogie? And I got a couple questions for him. And at any time, if you need to bail and party for your birthday, Ramsey, you got full rights to get out of here.
No. The partying will commence.
Because I'm not going to ask you if you got level 40 Kyrie or if you're on the Shaq grind or anything like that. Because it sounds like it's just going to make you angry. So. But yeah, so you think about your question for Stogie, and then we'll grill him a little bit, and then we'll see what we come up with. All right.
All right.
I appreciate you.
Yep, you too, Tim.
Stogie, how you doing?
Tim, I'm doing good. Before we get started, I just want to say shout out to Ramsey. Happy birthday, 23rd. Greatest player ever. Warriors Richmond.
Okay.
Number 23.
I like that. Yeah, shout out to Ramsey. Birthdays is an accomplishment because there's a stage in our life where our birthdays are celebrated for us, and it's great, and then there's a time in our life where it just stops, and then we have to celebrate every other's birthday, and so it's nice to get the happy birthday. We don't get to bring cupcakes to work or anything like that, or school like we used to, but it's an accomplishment. Another year.
Absolutely.
So, do you have your earbuds in by any chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Is my connection that good?
No, it was just buzzing just a little bit. Ramsey, can you? It might just be me too. Ramsey, can you hear anything, or is it just me?
I can hear it a little bit. Maybe Stogie just leave real quick.
Yeah, leave a request to come back.
Yeah. And
okay. I'll go to somebody else.
I hear it a little bit. I thought it was my AirPod, so I hear something. I just don't know where it's coming from.
I'll leave and come back.
That's what happens.
Go to somebody else.
That's what happens. Live radio. And I do have Shive, Mid, Joe, and Trash Can Rich up online. I don't know if Jay and Heck are still available to speak tonight. I'd want to give them a chance first, but I do see you, Shive and Joe. All right, we'll get and see. At least it's not my end this time, Ramsey. Remember a couple weeks ago I kept getting kicked out of my own space.
I sure do. I just got muted for a second.
See, there you go. The trial's alive.
Where's Stogie? He has to just come back in. He's probably fixing something.
Oh yeah, we got Jay up here. So spontaneous Jay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ramsey.
Hey.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you,
Thank you, Jay.
Where else? Oh, where else? That's awesome.
Listen, very quickly. I told him that I wasn't going to do this, but I get to say on my birthday, I would like to give, even though it was against my choice. It was not my choice, meaning, but he took it upon himself to finally get me off his back. And Jay actually got me Chick-fil-A, so I want to give him a shout out because I used to bug him a lot. For people who don't know, I would stay on him like white on rice. So I want to give a shout out to my boy Jay. I appreciated it, and I definitely had some Chick-fil-A today.
Good. It's about time. You can get off my back in this chats, Every time I go into, anyone's chats, it's like, hey, what's up, chat? And then Ramsey's like, where's my Chick-fil-A at?
Boom. You owe me. Yep, it's something you can count on from the community. And real quick, Jay, before we get to you, I do have to shout out Cabrillo again. I don't know if he heard, we did reminisce a little bit about the sweat fest that me, Cabrillo, and Zach battled Henry the Blazin and Jamba Joe and Jin. But Jay, so how are you doing? We got Ramsey's Day out of the way now as far as the happy birthday. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I think to kind of jump to one of the questions, my big shift this year is I didn't want to grind this game. I wanted to play. So I'm playing the parts that I want. Some days I play a little bit more. Some days I log in, do my exhibitions, and log out. So I'm trying to find that place where there's good balance, and I'm in a good spot right now.
I agree. They give us a little more options. How about a recent win for you? Recent win
was I'm relaxing right now because this morning I had to give a executive level presentation at my current job. My boss was out of town. She said, Jay, can you handle it this time? I said, sure, no problem. And we did I think there was 6 or 7 co-presenters. So my job was really to be the MC like you are as a great host and facilitator, just to get everyone set up for success. And everyone just did amazing. And just like you're doing an amazing job here chatting with everyone, I just kind of went around the circle, asked my questions, let them present, and we got great reviews from folks. So I'd say that's my win today.
Okay. That's huge confidence booster. Now every time Every time they're going to be asked to step up and do it. See, that's the good thing. That's the gift and the curse about success, right? You do awesome enough, they expect you to do it more.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, they'll be like, man, how do you, like, present and look at your slides and read chat and do all this stuff? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, all you got to do is practice streaming on Twitch. And eventually you'll get it. But in a corporate world, it's like a lot of folks, they don't know the content creation world. And as you all know, I've kind of kept my private and content creating life separate, but there are benefits to all of what we do in terms of content creation and how we bring it to life outside of content creation. So
yeah,
keep on doing what you're doing, everybody.
Trying to talk to people, yeah, it's a whole thing. So are you on the MyTeam grind then?
I think I really like the summer and the new ones today and the legendary pack. Those challenges, mostly both on and offline, even the couple of online ones are very reasonable. I think the reason why I haven't done too much of the grind is I'm waiting for the price of the market to come down a little bit to see if after the 3 weeks the prices come down. Because the way I see it is, if I need to grind 10 DOM games to get an Amethyst or something right now, but that price comes down a little bit, that means in a couple weeks I can grind 5 DOM games and get that. So I think that's why I'm giving myself a little slow start intentionally this time.
Yeah, not trying to jump too far ahead. Yeah, especially like grinding too fast and not using XP coins.
And shout out to the person who tweeted today. I know Jimmy, you probably saw it too, where we have all these extra XP coins. What are we going to do with it? I think it was between the threes. So I think it's good to give feedback that, hey, we have extra items that might be expiring at the end of the season, like tokens and XP boosts and things like that. And if there's a way to roll that over, I think it'd be good because we got the game early and we were part of season 1. So let's roll things over if we can.
I like that. So are you not too invested in it, like the B-Roy grind or the Shaq grind or the Kyrie possibly? Have you gotten level 40 yet?
I did get level 40. It took a little bit of time. I did use a little bit of the rec stuff, but I did a blend of. I will say though, when I played rec and I enjoyed, playing with my 7-foot big, I was having the most fun I was having all year, even a big part of 23. It didn't matter who was on my team. I just played the role player, and I did get Kyrie. The B-Roy and the Shaq, I think I wanted to just pause and wait again. I feel like a lot of the market coming down later on will make maybe Shaq a little bit more obtainable for later on. But online, I just don't have the time with the busyness of work to do the B-Roy grind. So shout out to everyone who's gotten it. Hamza, I saw you in here. I know you got it. Congratulations on that great gameplay video. A lot of people grinded for it. And for those who get it, I respect the grind.
Oh, yeah. So if you were able, if there were zero agendas or anything to achieve, if you were able to just pick one mode to play, what mode would that be?
When the salary cap numbers are working, I think I enjoy salary cap the most because there's an element of building a starting lineup for that. I haven't really bought too many of those Bulls Gold player for 300, but the last 5 or 6 on my bench for salary mode tends to stay the same, but I like to cycle out duos and other players. So I'd say salary cap because it makes me kind of mix up my squad.
Okay. Now, so if you were taking a card into co-op, in co-op you have to flex. You got to be good with it. What card you taking into co-op?
Good question. I think I would bring Kyrie just because I brought Kyrie and 2 other point guards in to do the 7 layups today, and he was just so easy and fluid on the online streets. I'd probably bring Kyrie. I think we're still at a place where you can outrun people, and the paint mashing is not as tough as it was last year. So even though Kyrie may be a little bit on the short side and you got this taller players, I think I would probably pick him. Okay,
well, your teammate, the only card he's good with is Kyrie, so you have to pick one other card. Who's your backup? Backup. Because that's what happens a lot of times. You're ready to go out there with somebody, and that's the deal. Hey, that's the card your teammate's good with or something. So it's nice to have a little bit of variety. One backup, okay? Kyrie's off the board. Who's Jay going with?
I'm going with great exchange that we got from 2K. I would go with my guy, Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, that I picked up from the exchange pack yesterday.
Solid. So who's your overall favorite card?
Great video, Jimmy, by the way, that you put on YouTube. Get your subscriber count up, brother.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that was another little W there, too. The how to log in, exchange. Killed it. Okay, I was curious how to exchange 10K VC. That was a pretty nice little trendsetter thing there. Come to think about it. But if you had to pick one card, who's your top card? Maybe for any mode.
Was our test able to answer that question too?
Yep, he could. He can be a double answer.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. I love my wings.
So now that we've played the game a little bit, a week and a half, there's things have changed. Things are the same. Your overall thoughts, kind of your approach of now in 2K24.
Yeah, I think earlier I started off kind of prefacing my answer to this is I really want to play more, and I don't want to grind the long hours anymore. But I think if there's one thing I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to figure out how the buy and sell and quick sell prices are going to adjust when those adjust. No judgment whether it adjusts quickly, slowly, a lot, a little. I like to give information to folks, so just self-promo on the quick sell guide, and shout out to all the community people who tweeted, who made videos. I try to compile all that information. So what I'm looking forward to is when those prices change to try to compile that information and share it with everybody again. So then it gives people more choice to decide what they want to do. So I think that's the element I want to see what happens next, because now without an auction house, I want to get to know what the player market and the sell values are going to be. So excited to see when that happens in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and you're doing some grading research as well there. Anything got you excited about that maybe a little sauce, or are you still seeing, I guess, what the prices fluctuate at? If you had to say, I guess you have a pretty nice catchphrase as far as buy hollows, not packs. But if you had to say grade this card, this certain color card, what would you grade?
Grade Ami hollows make bread. that's been the new hashtag this year. The funny thing about hollows and retweeting people though is I feel like there's so few tweets that I see or that people tag me compared to like last year. I just hope that somehow people pull more hollows, we get hollows and agendas, so then we can do some of those different trophy kind of like items that we can get, but I like seeing when people pull and they can sell and make up to like 600K if they get a flawless 10 amethyst hollow. And my concern is that if the prices adjust, that the amethyst prices will come down. So I'd say if you have some, don't hold on to it too long if it's not a card you use all the time, because I'm worried that if the amethyst and ruby prices get adjusted, that all of a sudden it'll depreciate a little bit more. So just keep an eye on it, and just have fun with it. If it's a card you like, just keep it for the whole year. Don't worry about MT. MT is like worth to spend holding on to it, and if you're not having fun and not having a card you like, isn't going to help. So if you like that Pippin, just hold on to it.
100%. 100%. So you made it through the gauntlet. I guess the last question would be from our birthday celebrator, Ramsey. Ramsey, do you have a question for Jay? It was sure a nice serenade to enter, Jay. Appreciate that.
So did you have as fun making that price list? The list you made the other day, I think it was a price list.
Yeah.
To help the community, because it really did. I want to give you a shout out for that. I mean, really, I saw a lot of great feedback from that. Just making it easier for people. Did you find that? Maybe a two-part question. I don't usually like asking them, but because they're taught that in sports not to do. Was it the first part of the question is? Was it more fun or less fun compared to you like collecting the different hollow collections from 23? And then the second half of that question is, did you have do you feel you had a better reaction from the community based off of you doing that than you did, like, when we saw your holo collection and saw all that? Like, was it a better reaction this time from the community? Like, more like, oh, wow, Jay, this more than, just seeing, because you, like, had to put more work in with this, like, putting in the numbers and stuff. And you still had to get all the cards. It's just, but once you had the cards and graded them.
Yeah, so I think the first part is, and I think I said this in last week's space, where I can see a lot of people spending money because they want to get the cards in the game, which is awesome. I saw a lot of people grinding. I didn't find an option C or something else that I'd like to do in terms of content. So I think finding out the numbers and trying to look at everyone's videos and look through everyone's tweets. You don't know how many times on X I searched like hashtag 2K, NBA2K24 holo, hashtag NBA2K 9.0. I searched every single thing to try to find actual screenshots. So that was fun for me. And that's actually what I did a lot these first 10 to 12 days. In terms of reaction, the ironic thing is if I looked at my engagement from like my final holo collection without Twitter Blue, and I look at the numbers of retweets and views from the quick sell guide, it's almost the same. So I think you all have probably found this with how X has changed a lot in this past years. Sometimes some things hit, sometimes other things don't. So it is a little bit kind of luck of the draw at times, but I do feel like because I tweeted that graphic out probably first, and no one else had put a video and other stuff out. Other people put stuff out yet. The first time you bring information that people are interested in is when there'll be more engagement. So I appreciate the engagement, and I love y'all.
Excellent question, Ramsey. Thank you. Appreciate that. Up next, Stogie. Let's see if we got your headset.
How we doing? Can you hear me any better now, Tim?
Perfect now. Ramsey,
right.
mic check. Does it sound good to you too as well?
It sounds great.
Perfect.
All right.
So we're ready for the Ramsey question coming up. So how's let's go with the recent win for you, Stogie. Recent win.
Recent win. Nice. A very good friend of mine got some pretty scary news last week, but had whatever test she needed to have done, and got some very good news back early this morning. So it was scary for about 6 days, but now she got some really good news this morning. So I was happy to hear it. She called me right away. What a relief!
That's huge.
Friend of mine since I was younger.
Wow. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, because the waiting game is sometimes the worst part about it. The not knowing.
Absolutely. She was stressed out. But let's move on from that. It was good news.
That's good news. Great news. So are you on the MyTeam grind?
Yeah. I didn't. I didn't really think I was grinding like I was last year, but I'm over 90 hours, and I didn't get to go to New Zealand, so still playing 8 hours a day.
Hey, the hours stack up. That's what happens when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, it's what happens when you're keeping busy. I'll say that.
All right. So how deep are you? What game modes have you completed? Have you gotten Brandon Roy yet?
No, I don't know if I'll get him. We'll see. I mean, I've got a lot of other rewards. Like I've got Kyrie, I've got Marion, I've got Murray, I got Bam, I got Mike Malone. I'll end up with Shaq tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be going for Roy. We'll see what happens.
That's a whole commitment because like Jimmy was saying earlier, there's a whole online situation you got to go through, a gauntlet of different game modes too. So it's shout out to anybody that has Roy already that will continue their quest for Roy because it is a grind.
Mini coach again. I don't know what he does, but good for him, man. What a grinder.
Oh, yeah.
I turned the game on, and he had Brandon Roy.
Yeah, we're still flying to New Zealand, and the dude's got Brandon Roy.
Yep.
No, legit grinder, and great at the game, too. I was lucky enough to play some co-op with him last year, and, just fantastic at the game. What about Shaq? Are you on the Shaq path?
Yep. I'll
Okay. Okay. And then, geez, that's a grind itself. There's quite a bit, to do there.
Yeah. He fits my game well though, so I've been making sure that I'm just keeping up with the legendary path because I'm confident that he'll have some good strength and silver or above brick wall. Picks and screens are important to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really looking to mash with them. I'm just looking for them to put some bodies on the ground while I'm trying to free my shooters up.
Yeah, I've seen that you need your players to do certain things, somewhat like plays and such. It makes basketball a little easier when you know what your players are doing. True or false?
True.
True. All right. So once in a while, I wonder what my players are doing, and so a good way to find out what your players are doing is to follow Stogie. Where can they find you in your plays, Stogie? I know this. I just wanted to put this in there.
It's mostly on X. I started putting them out on YouTube. It's the same Stogie_O'Shea. But they're the same videos that you can find on X. So if you're already watching them there, the YouTube isn't any different.
Perfect. Just on a different platform. So might as well watch both platforms anyway,
Just reach more of an audience. Yeah. If I could help one more person, great.
How are you liking the summer standouts and the same face, new place grindable cards?
Well, I got all the summer standouts. I don't have all the same face, new place yet. I got the sapphires and emeralds done today, and I tell you what, watch out this weekend salary cap. Eric Gordon, Max Strus. Woo! They're really good emerald cards. Strus has a real smooth, easy to green release, and Eric Gordon, his shots. It's not too bad. It's a little snappy, but his pro play behind the back. If you haven't used that card, go get him and just do that play, that animation I just talked about. He goes from like center court to just under the hash in one dribble move. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And so, are you a dribble head?
No
okay.
way. So
just checking.
When I see a play like that, all it takes is one move, and I've moved a quarter of the court. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, I like that. So if there were no agendas, nothing to grind for, and you could play whatever mode you wanted to play, what mode would you play?
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
That's the mode I play the most right now.
Unlimited. Wow. That's a sweat answer. Yeah.
Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy the competition. I take my L's. I get W's along the way too, but it's fun. It's better than just playing the CPU all day long.
Okay. A matter of opinion. Some people love playing the CPU all day long.
From my perspective, it's better.
But do the plays work just as well online as they do offline?
It depends. Some people pick up on them really quickly and adjust. Other people don't pick up on them at all, and those turn into games I wish they let people quit. They're kind of waiting around for the game to get over. But a lot of players adjust really quickly. They've seen the plays before. They know how to handle them. You just got to switch up your game.
Okay. See, that's nice. That's good to know. That's good to see. I'd be one that just ran the same play and say, why isn't this working? It was just working against the Hornets. Now it's not working here. Yeah. Have to adjust a little bit. So if you were going to take a card into co-op, and now co-op, you got to kind of show off for your friends, you got to sweat a little bit. What card are you taking into co-op? Booker.
Devin Booker. Yeah.
And that's
he's just got a great leaner, man, and with all the space you get in co-op, he'd be deadly.
All right.
I don't play co-op too much, but I'm confident I do well with that card in that mode.
Okay. And then how about overall favorite card for any mode that you have to get a win, whatever that looks like? Dame is in.
I've had Dame since day one. His release is one of the quicker releases in the game. It's pretty easy to green, I think, and he's got most of the relevant shooting badges at gold or above, but mostly all gold.
All right. So as a content creator and a consumer, looking at 2K24 as opposed to 2K23, do you approach things different? So like your overall mood from one game to the next. How are you feeling moving forward?
Yeah. Well, this year I've tried to find something that keeps me engaged, and right now what that is I'm just trying to help a few people out if they're looking for help. There's new players to the game, or if you see what I do, I'm trying to break down these playbooks and make some suggestions on plays, and that's really it helps me a little too, because I was only familiar with one or two playbooks, but there's a lot of people that had one playbook they ran for some time, and now it's a little bit harder to obtain. And with the whiteboard not showing you the plays, you don't really know what you're putting in there. So I'm trying to do that work for you, and hopefully you find something you like. And if you do, and you like it, then it was worth my time.
Yep. Yep. And so you were one of the people I was thinking about in the first shout out of the beginning of the space. Anybody helping other people do anything in the game, something to help them enjoy it better, something to make it easier, something to help, something to assist. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
One other thing I appreciate is the questions from Ramsey. Ramsey, you hear what Stogie had to say about the new game? Do you have any questions for him?
I have my question already ready for him.
Perfect.
Stogie.
Ramsey, happy birthday again, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My question to you is somewhat related. See, I wanted to give. Heck can get ready too. It's going to be related to all that y'all did in 23 and to 24. So for you, it was easy to find XP, and you made it in a way where you could tell people how to do it and what they could do. Now, with these, I see in 24 with the different playbooks. I liked every playbook that you put up and released so far, except for the Celtics one, because I don't even know why you. Are we talking professional playbooks or Pop Warner, or I don't know.
Whatever gets the job done, man.
With the Celtics at least, But because if anybody who hasn't watched the videos that he posts, he actually will call out different plays. So my question to you is it harder for you to find not just the plays in each playbook, but the ones that you think would be the easiest for people to because I was watching one, and like I said, this is my favorite because I remembered it. It's like Fist 83, and you show them how to do it within that. So with that in each new playbook, do you pick out certain plays that you're I want to hone in on because these are the easiest, or these are the more ones that are more advanced? Is what my question is for you.
It's pretty hard to answer, Ramsey, because I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting myself into every time I start a new playbook. So it's a lot of exploring. There's certain things that I look for. I look for stagger plays. I look for plays that say double or down, because usually that means I'm going to get a double screen or a down screen. I look for STS, words like that, RIP, and they're not always perimeter plays, but those are the words I'm looking for that suggest that I'm going to get an outside shot, and then I just experiment. And if it doesn't work, then I move on. And I try to find just an effective play that's going to free you up outside, and if I can, try to find plays that have multiple options out of it. But it's a lot of gameplay and a lot of trial and error, Ramsey, to answer your question.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe let's try an easier one. Are you having more fun doing playbooks this year, or finding and helping people obtain the XP they need for level 40 that you did last year?
Last year was I'm glad that both were able to help individuals, but last year was more fun because last year it was like you can see the progress.
Yeah.
So, like, even if I've already got level 40, I can continue to see, like, my XP grow.
Gotcha.
You know, and and I aspired for that. I always tried to get as much XP as I could. So there was a level of growth I can see on my own. This year, even though the playbooks I still earn XP or MT in the games, when I finish the games, just the XP says maxed out, so I don't have that same. My MT grows, so there's that growth there, but I enjoyed it last year a lot more because there was like I could see myself kind of climbing up a ladder, if you will. Every time I completed a video, I was further along in my XP grind.
Easier to watch a number stack up and a number build than just to see if onto the next play. Good point. Great questions, Ramsey. Great questions.
Very good question.
I appreciate you, Stogie, for answering.
So hopefully Heck and Allie are still ready to answer these questions too. And I do see Joe, Scheib, Rich, and Pluck. We will get you. These are my main squad for this 2K24. Got to get them their time, of course, like Heck. But I will get you guys up here, absolutely. So thank you for bearing with me, everybody listening and requested to speak. But Heck, how are you doing today?
Good evening, Mr. Tim.
How do you decide which community to work on? And I'm not talking about game mode, I'm talking about community. Which community to help per day? Whether it's the Park Sweats or the My Team, where do you go?
Wherever it comes, I just kind of all over the place right now. It's, whatever comes in, put it out there.
You see who needs your help and go, okay, yep, all right. Somebody's got some broken steels. There, I'm over there. All right. Okay, now they're dropping a new Tatum. Got to go back over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a good resource for people,
A fantastic resource. Not good, but fantastic. And again, shout out to all the good, and this is another thing. In my shout outs, it was a blanket shout out of anybody that's helping anybody do anything in our game mode. And you're helping people do multiple things. So shout you out for that. You know, a versatile content creator. Paid content creator. How about a recent win for you? Recent win.
Yeah, that's my recent W. That's I got monetized on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't feel on the X.
Yeah, it's still weird. Still weird, right?
Yeah.
That's huge.
But yeah, I mean, given that, just a couple months ago, I didn't think that was possible, and I remember telling Jimmy, I was like, I don't think I could ever do that, and he's like, just do it. It's new season, get busy. You know, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, and
those things kind of took off for a bit there.
Did you see any of that? All of a sudden, you're going to be the center of attention in both communities. You know, moving and shaking. None of that on the bingo card. None of that on the My Team playbook.
Not at all. I mean, my whole point was like, okay, like I follow all this stuff throughout the off season, and I consume a ton of content. Why not just share everything that I find useful for people, right?
And look what happens.
People dig it.
People love it. People love it. Yeah. That's why I'm waiting for you to tell me how to do my rebirth once I get there in Park. So, no rush. I'm still on the grind, but I'm gonna check.
It's funny. I get DMs every day. People asking me for help with their builds and jump shots and just all types of stuff, or just giving me stuff to look at. You know, it's interesting.
Oh yeah, I used to like, hey, how much should I sell this shoe for? And now crickets. Now I'm DMing other people saying, hey, the auction house is gone, remember? And they're like, hey, I blocked you a while ago. Lose my account. We're not selling shoes anymore.
Where the shoes at, man?
So are you on the My Team grinds? And this is a little more My Team centric. This space. Are you on the My Team grind?
I am.
How deep? How deep does that look?
My time on My Team has gone down pretty significantly because I don't really have an auction house. So I am grinding. Like whenever there's an agenda, I'll grind it. I like grinding agendas. I kind of miss the XP agendas, but I understand the concept of the XP now, and I'm already level 40, so I don't, I figured out my way, So I'm not tripping on that, but yeah, I mean, I do like that there's free cards in the agendas, and I can grind that because otherwise I wouldn't feel too motivated to just um, be just a pick up and play and just play type of thing,
Yep.
I need to feel like some kind of challenge, some kind of game reward type. It's not competitive. It's not enough for me for it just to be competitive. Like I need that something to chase.
Oh yeah, there because I think they even had us conditioned a little bit the last couple of years that we knew kind of what we were getting into. If we do this and this and this, we can get this and this and this, and so now it's a whole. So being an auction house sweat possibly, allegedly as I was. Do you feel not as tied to having to hop onto the game, or were you tied to hopping onto the game at all? I don't know. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not game time watching you at all. I'm just saying I was very tied to trying to get on as much as I could at that 4-hour mark to repost things.
Yeah. That's the thing. I still feel like let me go check what's going on and get a couple games in, but I'm not getting like sucked into the marketplace was definitely a time suck and like just like the vortex of my brain. I don't know. It's just I just got so tied up into buying and selling things that I would just spend hours there for like I don't know if it was a good reason anyway because I was spending on packs anyway.
Yeah, you're ripping packs. you were fueling a pack addiction with an auction addiction that matched. So.
But I don't know, it was fun. I mean, that stuff was
It's a
fun.
wonder you played any basketball at all last year. Just rip packs and work the market, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then play for agendas.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing is like if like the rewards aren't there, if the agendas aren't there, if I want to play just in hoop, I would just go to park or something. Like that's the way I see it. Like the appeal to to me for my the whole MyTeam thing was one just to try a bunch of cards and two agendas and rewards, right? But now I don't have the auction house to try to get everything, and that's fine. I mean, the game is semi-rewarding. I'm just afraid to try a card because if I buy it, I have to sell it back for 70% or whatever. It's like EB games. When you buy a game and then you're like, dang, I don't even like this game. Let me go trade it in for another game. And they're like, you're gonna need to trade in 3 games for another game. But you're like, I just bought this game, dude.
Exactly.
And I want to trade it for a good game.
Exactly. And see, that's the MyTeam buyer's remorse, and the park people have the builder's remorse too. That we're afraid to make a build because we don't want to invest in it and then just have it to be waste. The same thing with MyTeam. You don't want to invest in a card and then that MT's just gone.
Yeah, I look at those like Amy cards and I'm like, damn, I have 100. Like maybe I should get one, and I'm like, dang, if I buy it, I'm gonna sell it. And it's gonna be $5. I would do that. It's just
that first AMI card you buy and sell, that's the first time you're gonna start buying MT and buying VC. That's the first bad hit you take, and you're like, no shoes making up for this one.
Yeah, I need to re-up in order to get back in the game. Like I just spent all my coins on a trash card because I didn't know if it was good or not. Because I don't know what 2KDB means anymore. Like, it's all mixed up.
But I guess they give us the option to spend time getting the cards too, like the summer standouts in the same place or same face, new place sets. Are you attacking those at all to get a little squad building done, or?
Yeah, most of the summer standout ones, the ones that have online, I haven't completed yet, but I've made some progress. I can't do too much online at once because I just start raging because of robots.
You know, you didn't even have to put a because there. You could say, I don't play too much online at once, and then everybody would understand. Everybody.
So yeah, I gotta watch my temperament. You know, like some people, like you see Hansa, he's like the coolest dude playing the game. I don't know how he does it because, like after half an hour of playing, I just, you know, I just get super competitive for no reason. Like it's just illogically competitive.
Oh yeah. Oh, illogically competitive. That is perfect. That is perfect because that's what I do too. Because after I come down off the rage and think, you know, there was no way I was ever going to beat any of those people you just lost to. You know, what am I thinking? Yeah.
When you're in the game, it's like you're better than you actually are. Like you think so because you're like, damn, this game is hoeing me, but really you're just.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know how to control the robots better than other people, so you know it's hard. I need to learn. You know, I've been
just too many buttons.
Check out.
Too many buttons. Before you know it, they're gonna have foot pedals for the controllers too. Or if you want the power forward to cut, you got to push the right foot pedal. And
I also don't like cheap ways of scoring. Like I could easily hit square every time. I mean, not square. I could hit triangle and have my guy cut, and hit triangle. But that's boring. Like nobody wants to do that. Like, why would you want to sit there all day and hit triangle? Like,
and that's a lot to like the 10 rebounds with one player for 5 times that we ended up with last season. That are just too much, too monotonous to get 5 rebounds with this guy 8 times. You know, it just nah. We can buy a card now. Or that was back when the AFK was really rolling. But
I miss you, AFK.
Yep, R.I.P.
I miss having that, you know, that income, you know, like just like I'll go to work, I'll set it, and I'll come back, and there'll be something there.
Yep, always something nice, always a little surprise, always a little thank you from 2K for being part of the team, you know.
So the hustle and the AFK, I kind of missed that, having that I'm not on the game, but. I mean, really, like, should we be getting rewarded for not being on the game? I understand the concept. I do appreciate that people that are playing the game are getting rewarded and they feel rewarded, because I see a lot of people that play a lot say they do feel rewarded, and I like that. That's really commendable. You know, us workers are kind of left in a position where it's like either have a trash team or pay up.
Yep. Or enter all the giveaways. That's what you do. Yeah.
Or just be satisfied with having a trash team and beating up on the CPU. You know, that's fine with me. Yeah,
and see, I'm just trying to make sure I got 1 good card, possibly 2 good cards for co-op. That's my biggest goal, is to make sure I look. The cards make me look sweaty enough to be, you know, on somebody's team.
And for now, the cards aren't that trash. Like, trash cards, trash. Like they actually feel like NBA players. I don't know if that's going to get to a point where, you know, they get, you know, the packs start getting bigger and the rewards start getting bigger from the packs.
Nope.
And we'll see if it goes there, because, you know, one of my concerns about the rewards is, like, we're getting all lower level cards. Like, we're getting rubies, and the packs all have amethyst, right? So why don't we have a grind for amethyst? The only real grind we have for, you know, the amethyst is collection, and then we have the diamond level 40, and then if you want to, I don't know, play all those games for Brandon Roy, which you know, God bless everybody that wants to do that, but that's not for me. I would totally break something.
Oh yeah, that's a whole.
Competitive basketball.
Well, as Cabrillo said, have y'all tried getting good? I guess that's the solution for that. Yeah.
It must be nice when people are good and you win every game. You know?
Exactly. We just got to get good. All right. Agree to get good. So if you were able, no agendas, no anything at the end, if you were just able to play one mode for fun, one mode or modes, what do you go to?
Man, I'm I'm playing clutch offline and triple threat offline. That's all I'm playing right now, and some Dom. I found out, I was like, Dom is nice for the XP, so I was, eating a coin and playing a Dom game, and that'll be my quota, and just try to do that once a day, so I could go up one. But I've been online, and it's not like I'm terrible. Like, I don't know. I like relaxing.
Are you getting into co-op at all? You getting in the co-op streets?
One day I was like, I wanted to test the matchmaking, right? So I just hopped on, and I got toxic. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back to that.
Wait, you got toxic with your teammates?
Yeah.
You are a park player, aren't you?
Yeah. That's why.
Respect.
Maybe I'm bringing my park random temperament to. It's gonna happen, man. Like when you play with people, and they want to act like they're the only person on the court, and you're wide open in the corner, and they take it up on three people. You're just gonna flop and start. Sitting in the paint until they give you the ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's so many unwritten rules to random 2K basketball. So many unwritten rules that you gotta know.
I just find it ridiculously rude to not pass the ball to the open man. That's all.
Absolutely.
The shot is all good. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's not only bad basketball, but it's rude. All right, that's both the combo.
Yeah. Somebody, door for somebody, they should say thanks. Just courtesy to pass the ball to the open man, and it's just no manners. This is like you going up on three people with Rick Barry, and I'm in the corner wide open, and I need these 3-pointers so I can get that dang Sam Merrill card.
Yeah, please, let's work together here a little bit. All right, you obviously know what I'm doing. Help me out here a little bit. So if you're gonna take one card into co-op, then you got to flex a little bit. What's the card you're taking out there? Especially with randoms too. There's a whole nother level of stress with co-op with randoms. So now you got to be a little bit even better.
Yeah, I needed 3-pointers. So there was I think 3-pointers with Miami Heat player. I was running out there with Mike Miller. Like I just wanted my 3-pointers, bro.
So would he be the one you'd pick to take out there, or who do you think? Kyrie or?
I mean, if I were to choose, I guess this is a tough question for me because it would depend on who my teammates are and who they're playing.
Okay, you're just sitting there watching Hamza's stream. Let's just say that you're watching Hamza's stream, and him and Freebase are running co-op, and they say, "Hey, heck, you're up. Grab one. Which card you take?"
If they have big men, then I'm gonna get Kyrie. If they need a big man, I'm gonna bring out that Giannis.
Okay. Can you shoot with Giannis?
That paid for Giannis.
The pay for Giannis. Can you shoot with pay for basket Giannis?
I can hit a corner. I can hit the corner.
Interesting. I must have internet issues because I have the same card, just not the same results.
No, I mean it's not easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, not at all. You gotta time it. So what's your favorite card overall in my team? Overall, because you look at SIGs and all that other park stuff. I can tell jump shots, and so Heck's favorite card is probably a solid card.
Yeah, I mean, I just got the Kyrie a few days ago, and that card is it's just so much better than the rest of my cards because I have rubies and one diamond, and he has so many badges, and he's so fast, and he's a great shot creator. And I've been getting into a lot of that stuff, like the fades and the step backs and stuff like that. So he's fun. Before that, I had Kyle Korver for a day and a half, and I was killing with him. I actually, I was doing some online tasks, and he was actually pretty much carrying because they had that one task where you had to win with 5. What was it? What was the name of that last set? Dang, I forgot.
Summer Standouts?
No, it was it was the pay course, the one with T-Mac. What's the name? Mirage or something?
Mirage, possibly. See, the only reason I'd know about it is because I have the game up. Yeah, Mirage equal chance.
Yeah, so you got to bring out 5 players from Mirage, and I had 5 that I just randomly, got, and of course I got the cheap cards, right? And I was like, oh, let me try this Jameer Nelson. Dude is a trash can. He's like, he can't he shoots like he's a grandpa, and he can't do anything. And so I needed Kyle Korver to carry me to the win, and Kyle Korver came through. He was just lights out. Dude, he's a G for Ruby,
That's who made me feel a little more confident in co-op, because I've been struggling. It's surprising the people that play 2K with me, knowing my talent level. That's an accomplishment that I have for myself. That's one thing I can do is I can find teammates. I don't know if that's an on-court skill.
But, no, that is because I'm that guy that doesn't like asking people.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna have to run a little bit. We're gonna have to run at some point this 2K year. Do you have next gen?
Yes.
Okay. So we're running out of excuses. All right. At some point this year, we got to run somewhere with something.
I always feel like dang, I want to go. I end up going on with randoms because I'm like, I want to get on.
Oh yeah, and see, and I end up having a stream where I'm going to do some agendas and get some things done, and then the first person that says, "Hey, you want to play co-op?" I'm like, "Yep," and then it's 4 hours of co-op. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll run. We'll get you some teammates, and yeah, we'll hang out with Floki. Floki's got something maybe going on Sundays too that we're gonna just have a big sweat fest and play each other and then try to beat each other. It's gonna be great. Sweat fest. That probably sounds bad. But rec and park, rec park co-op, just to get people that are looking for games, people that are struggling to find games, that people that don't understand what a social game 2K24 is. Yeah, just trying to open the door to that. It's cool being able to hop into park and have people to squat up with.
And it's good when you have the good experiences and the people are chill,
Absolutely. Yeah. When you're hitting your teammates in the corners.
Me, when I start getting upset at every guy.
I'm writing this down. Hit heck in corners when he's open, or you'll have a bad day. All right, got it.
No, if you guys do it, it's cool.
Yeah.
My friends, they get a little more leeway.
Yeah. All right. So
it's the randoms that don't get leeway.
No leeway for randoms. I think that's understood. That's also an unwritten rule. No leeway for randoms.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot of pressure to ask people to play, because if you sell, it's on you. You know what I mean? It's
100%. 100%. Yeah, especially if it's on stream and stuff. That's a whole nother level too.
And you're like, yeah, come join me, guys, and then watch me do terribly.
Yeah, that's right.
You just feel like you get 100% of that responsibility right there.
See, I'm the guy in the corner, hoping they probably don't pass me the ball. Just score. You got this, bud. You got this. Yeah, nice shot. And then I'm there if I need to be there. But I'm not option A typically. But overall, so looking at 2K24 to 2K23, what do you think you're so far so good? You're gonna still keep on keeping on, focus on both modes, maybe less of one, more of the other?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always hop around because I have my lone wolf. I think my team is a good lone wolf mode when you just feel like chilling and just just playing laid back. I mean, right now it's probably less. I'll probably get a more lone wolf my career, but that gets really old really fast. Once you get your badges, you're good, So once I badge out my player, I'll probably be doing a little more of my team, and and whenever I go online, play park or rec or whatever. It's just those if you go and get in a session to play rec, you could be on there for 5-6 games, and next thing you know, it's you missed dinner.
Exactly. Best case scenario. Best case scenario, you missed dinner. Yeah.
It gets real when you get in those sessions. So sometimes you gotta avoid that. You gotta avoid that just to not have one of those sessions. You know, you gotta be on just for an hour or two and be flexible. You know, you gotta be able to pause the game.
100%. That's yep. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, the pause and walk away is a huge ability. That yeah, some game modes don't give you that ability. The pause and walk away.
You're in a right game. You're not using the bathroom for half hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a whole mindset.
Now if you get kicked out the game,
and banned, kicked out the game and banned.
So imagine like you have an emergency, you know, you gotta go to the bathroom, and then you get kicked out the game, get banned also.
Yeah, your squad will kick you off their team and everything. Yeah, see.
You have to hit the bucket like Cartman did.
Yeah, and you've also missed dinner. See, so all of that could happen.
Yeah, true. You missed dinner. You didn't do the dishes.
It's
your family says you care about 2K more than them.
Yep. Hey, but you're on a 4-game winning streak, and you can't put a price on that.
I just dropped 30 in a regular.
That's right. Yo, the guy against me was messaging me. I got 2 more in me. I got to send him my stats. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep. Well, I appreciate your input, Heck, as always. I got one other thing I need you to do, if you could. Hop in the hot seat for Ramsey. Ramsey got a question for you.
What's up, old man Heck?
Happy birthday, boy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Even though you're a Celtic fan, I still love you. You know, all love. My question to you is, for you, I know you do a lot like researching, taking the time to research and find out like different things in the community. So, has it been harder for you to keep the information coming from like that always, whether it's patches, whether it's this, whether it's just new news in general, keeping up the way you do, so you know. Fluently and consistently to provide the information more? Is it harder for you to do that for like rec news and park news that you release, or MyTeam news? Because I know you haven't been on MyTeam too much, it seems. If that's an assumption that I'm wrong on, that correct me. But I know you have to dabble in the information for both. So my question to you is like, has it been harder for you to provide and find and keep consistently like you've been doing? And shout out to you.
For me, it's not, because like a lot of the homies, like they're doing content that is very valuable, and I just share what they're doing because you know that's what we doing. You know, like you know, a lot of what I share is what other people are doing. I do have things that I do on my own, but like it's very cool that we have like this community of folks that have very helpful information that I can share with other people.
Okay.
And the way that you can collect information from all the different sources too, and be a source of one-stop shopping, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think it gets kind of tricky because you don't want to like take somebody's stuff, and I feel like a lot of like these other people that share stuff are kind of sketchy with their sharing, you know, and I try not to be. I try to give people as much credit as possible, and you know, hopefully that shows, you know, and maybe some of that integrity does, you know, add to my name, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I definitely listen. I know about trying to and correctly giving credit to people. I deal with that every day. Trust me.
So yeah, it does get tricky, you know, like because you know you don't want to be that person, right? And
I feel that.
And it's not your content, so it's very
right.
But you're getting, you know, people are watching what you're doing. It's a little tricky balance to pull off, you know.
Okay. So another question I have for you then, are you, being on the game as much as you are, because you're actively doing what you're doing, what has enticed you more to get on the game so far? Just some question, Park or MyTeam? Like when you're like, okay, I'm getting on 2K and I'm going to this today, or has it been like I'm getting on 2K and I'm going to park, park? Like which one has been?
Yeah. For me, it's definitely been figuring out what the builder is like and like labbing the game via that system. But I'm also labbing the game via MyTeam. Like I would say, I'll spend like at least an hour every day on MyTeam, and then whatever other time I have to play on. I haven't even like I've played one online game in Park. It's just I like figuring out what my place is in the game before I even decide to do anything else. And Tim had mentioned that it's a very important decision to make a build because it really is an investment. And if you make it incorrectly or you're not very if you don't if you don't make an informed decision, you might miss something that totally makes you want to make another build, and then you're just stuck in this place where you're spending another whatever amount of money on
VC
a build,
limbo. VC limbo. You keep sending more money after it. No, it's just a new more. Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah.
Great questions, Ramsey. I appreciate that, and appreciate you, Heck, as always. And again, I was serious about hitting you up about my rebirth.
Yes, sir.
What's that, Ramsey?
I didn't want to talk over you while you were talking. I was going to just say thank you to Heck for taking my question at the end. That's all.
And happy birthday as well to Ramsey.
Happy birthday.
Allie, how are you doing? Concert goer. Getting out, seeing the world, which is good. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Howdy, everybody.
How about a recent win for you? Recent win.
Ooh, let's see. Probably, honestly, just the reception that I've gotten coming back to streaming these past 2 weeks. Like, a lot of goats in chat, a lot of fun, a lot of winning, also a lot of losing, but it's been fun. It's been so fun getting back on the grind of Twitch. So that's my recent win.
Oh, that's a huge win. It's a step. It's a step to go live. It's a hurdle.
Oh yeah.
How about the MyTeam grind? How's that going for you? You going for Kyrie, B-Roy? Anything? What's the plan?
Let's see. So I have Kyrie already. B-Roy probably not going to happen. I'm not very good at clutch time online or triple threat online, so don't think I'm going to be getting those two cards to be able to get Brandon Roy, but otherwise everything else is going pretty good. I mean, I'm actually enjoying domination, which is like I know a lot of people are not domination people, but I am, so I like it, and I've actually been having a lot of fun playing Unlimited, so I'm getting sweaty,
Unlimited, all right, yeah. You've always been comp. How about as far as the content? What about Shaq? Are you going for the Shaq card?
I thought I was, and honestly, I really want to, but I just don't think it's in the personal budget. If we're being and I missed out on Booker. I don't know if they're gonna come back. I think you can buy them through your collection, but I don't know. I think it's just not in the cards for me, if you will.
100%. And we also got to remember, a week and a half. Game's been out a week and a half.
Right.
If we do plan on spending money, it doesn't have to be all of it right away.
Exactly.
Pace it out a little bit. There might be some other cards coming out. You never know. But, you do you. Because they give us grindable cards.
Yes, those have been amazing. That's been really fun every week just to have at least some free content to grind. So
are you all caught up on those grinds? The summer standouts and the today's drop, same face, new place?
I think I'm just missing Sam Merrill from the summer standouts, and then Probably just gonna work the rest of this week on the new play same phase guys. I was gonna reverse the order.
Some people already have all those done, so I guess it shows that it can be done in a relatively short time if you just lock in.
Yeah,
right?
good for those people, but I got other stuff to do sometimes, so.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's the good thing. There's different pacing for different content. It looks like a lot of the agenda timers are a little longer. So you got 40 days. It seems like maybe if this was dropped in 2K23, we might have 2 weeks to get all these summer standouts. But we got the whole season, so it seems like they're giving us a little more time.
Yeah, I'd give it like a week for 2K23 pacing, but yeah, it's good that it's about 40 days.
Yeah, so you can knock the ones off you want, and then you're not pressured into just trying to get them all, missing dinner like Hex says. You're just on the grind,
Yeah, and you might even just incidentally get them like, oh, there's, like Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
And for some reason, I just finished his agenda, and I wasn't even trying for it. So that's the good thing about it.
Those are the nice wins. The unexpected wins. But if there were 0 agendas at all, what mode would you go for? What mode would you play most? No agendas, no restrictions, anything that you could just load up and play this mode for fun.
Offline, I would do triple threat, and then online, unlimited.
Okay.
Yes.
But if you let's say you had to go into co-op though, and you needed to bring a card, and the thing about going into co-op is you have to be really good with this card to impress your teammates and the opponent.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Pardon my expression there, but okay. Let's see. So first of all, I do want to say that I am looking for teammates. So if anyone wants to team up and play, because I'm not very what's it called? Looking for squad made. I don't think I could handle that. I would also get toxic. So I think I need to go in with people I know. So if anyone wants to play co-op, I am available. And as to who I would use, if you needed a big, probably Giannis. No, I cannot shoot with him, but he's just so good. Great screen setter, fast feet, So I think he'd be good. And then probably Corver, honestly, if we need someone to sit corner and just shoot a 3 here and there.
Good, great picks. Corver was my guy. Jabari's my guy lately. Jabari, and it may just because No Clue was better with Corver than I was. So, yeah. What about so overall? Let's say overall your favorite card in the game. Who's that?
I kind of want to go with someone a little more less. Unless someone did say, I'm gonna say Cam Whitmore. Honestly, for someone who, he's just so good for me. Like he'll dunk whenever. He'll stand in the paint and put his hands up and stop the ball from going in the net. I don't know. I'm tired. I can't really think of all these basketball terms, but he does it all for me, man. He does it all.
That's a solid scouting report, actually. Very solid scouting report.
He puts his hands up. Yeah,
So all in all, a big picture, looking at 2K24 compared to 2K23. Well, how's it look for you? How's your approach to it? Are you maybe more invested now that you're streaming more? Are you going to be more invested in the game, or did you play a bunch of 2K23 just under the cover of darkness?
Yeah. I was definitely still really invested, but just a little more quietly. But I'm gonna do it a little more loudly now. I'm just gonna play online on stream. I think that's more fun for me because you get everyone there and have a little bit of an audience for your games, and then do the the gritty offline stuff like domination, kind of on my own time, and then I actually do also want to play more park and rec this year. So if you ever need a big man for that, I'm a big man. So
There you go. There you go. And that's the thing about cross. Are you on next gen?
yeah.
Okay, so you have a whole bunch of squad mate opportunities. Yep. And so do you see your game changing from 23 to 24, or pretty much kind of the same approach?
I think it's kind of the same approach. I used to be an auction house fiend, and that kind of died in 23, where I kind of was like
literally,
Jimmy
it died. Auction house literally died in 23.
Died. I used to be like Jimmy, kind of just buying a card, not really caring when the best time to sell, the best time to buy was. It's like if I wanted a card, I got the card. And so I'm kind of glad that it's gone now, and I don't really have to. It's just like a piece of game that I just don't have to concern myself at all with, and I think that's been a little refreshing to feel that way. That it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about buying contract stacks and selling them for X amount more than I bought them to account for tax, and then selling shoes, even though I know that was your big money maker, is like it was a little stressful at times to be like, okay, where's my next player coming from? Like, where's the money gonna come, the MT gonna come from to buy my next player? So it's kind of nice to just play the game, buy who you want, and if you have the MT, and then or VC, I guess, and then so it's been refreshing.
Yeah, that's good overall assessment of that. Another refreshing thing is when Ramsey asks questions. That's refreshing as well.
Happy birthday, Ramsey! Happy birthday!
Thank you, Allison. I appreciate that. Now, my question for you is a little different, somewhat of a way. First of all, I hope that you have felt welcome into this community, because we love having you. It's nice to have a female voice in every aspect of life. At some point, us men would need a female's opinion. So shout out to you for that. My question is, since you've been back streaming, and I've appreciated the streams, I love the setup, by the way, where I can appreciate all the different NBA jerseys when your setup is. I like that. Has it been an adjustment more so for you overall streaming, like you back, or like you being more active, like in the community in general? Because there's a difference between streaming and being in the community, and then just maybe still streaming, but more like you're more like we see you and hear from you more, because you're just more involved, like on the Twitter timeline. So has it been a hard shift to balance, like when I'm gonna stream, or if I'm gonna be on the timeline, talking to people more, being back at least?
Yeah. Well, okay. Thank you I do feel very welcome, and I love being here every week. It's I've been here 2 out of 4 weeks, but it's really nice to be here.
Real things,
Yeah, we got stuff going on. Yeah, no problem.
It's great being back, and I don't think it's hard per se, but it is definitely an adjustment to I used to just kind of go on Twitter and lurk, but now I don't feel obligated to retweet people's things and reply, and it comes naturally, It's like I want to be doing these things. I want to interact with, Stogie's playbook tips and tricks, and I would say everything that they're doing, but everyone does a different thing and does a lot of it. So I really like interacting with people, it's fun, and I love MyTeam and basketball and 2K in general, and it's just I think what was I gonna say? Kind of lost my train of thought, but it's something I want to do. It's not like, it doesn't feel like a burden to like wake up and be like, oh, I gotta stream today. Like it's fun, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah, listen, I know about, trying to, be active, buddy. It's hard, but I mean, I don't take credit for being the first person to retweet, but what I will take credit for, because we can pull receipts, I'm the first person to put my own spin on a retweet, putting everybody, like anybody, nobody's getting the same, little gift every day with my retweets. It's not, so with everybody, like Tim could get a Kentucky one today and a David Robinson tomorrow. Jimmy could get a Shannon Sharp one today and a D Rose tomorrow, So that's how I like your, how you, stay active there. Now, my follow-up question, just quickly, since, I guess being newer to the community and stepping onto the scene, what would you, overall, the interactions of everything, I would like a truthful answer, please, if you can. Out of a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate, just overall community, and this is not, let me specify, this is not since you've been playing 24, just overall at the end of 23, you coming in, we meeting you, and then you going into 24. How has, what would you rate the community vibe for you of overall?
That's a very interesting question.
Yeah, listen, I want a real answer. No sugarcoating. You got from 1 to 10.
No sugarcoating.
Because maybe it'll show people what they need to fix on or what they not, keep the same. Yeah,
That's hard because, honestly, sometimes it's like an 8 or 9, and then sometimes it's literally like a 2. Like, it really depends on the day.
Okay. In the last 3 weeks, what would you rate? In the last, in the last week and a half, we'll go. In the last week and a half, what would you rate it, honestly, 1 to 10?
Okay, the last week and a half, I'm going to kind of disregard, like, park stuff, because I know people are having a lot of trouble with that, but I'm going to go, like, probably an 8 in the last week and a half.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's some positivity.
Honestly,
some positivity, Ramsey, huh? A little positive buzz, right?
Yeah, 8 for Kobe. 8 is a great number. 8 is a great number.
I have no idea if I'm even seeing, like, all the pockets of the community, though, so no. I definitely have quite a few people muted.
Don't search for it. Yeah, don't go searching for it.
Yeah.
Searching
I'm not gonna name names, but like I said, some days it's like, some days I'm like -5 vibes, and that's usually when people get into like socio-political stuff, where I'm like, oh boy, we can't
listen. That's why when I see it on the timeline, I try to just stay positive, but I see it, so that's why I get an honest answer. So I appreciate you just taking the time to answer just a few questions. And then, I wasn't trying to, pry, but I wanted to just get an honest answer, and I felt like I still got an honest answer, so I appreciate it.
I appreciate the question. Thank you.
Yep. Excellent work out of there. And I know there's a bunch of people I didn't get to tonight. I'm still working on my time. I apologize, Joe, Dadbot Joe, Shibe, Trash Can Rich, Evan, and Isaac. It's already 2 hours and 15 minutes. I held everybody hostage for almost 3 hours last week. And so I do apologize if I didn't get you in. If you do want to speak, make sure you DM me, so we can schedule it, because I ask people like Jimmy, Heck, Stogie, Allie, Jay, and Ramsey. I ask these people to be here with me for 2 hours every single Tuesday night, and they were kind enough to agree. So that's where the first time slot goes, and I'll figure more of it out. And we will, it's Ramsey, happy birthday.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It's been
appreciate it.
Quite a year. I didn't know you your last birthday very well.
Yeah.
But know you a lot better this year. And even though it's unseen, I'm happy to be the dude standing next to you in that picture that you tweeted.
Oh yeah. I already retweet the one with you in it. I needed the solo shot. I was looking. Listen. My boy, matter of fact, my boy Slaughter's in here. We ready. Hey, listen, you can delay it all you want. You better get ready for the timeline to see Ramsey get truly active, because us light skins are coming. Drake is coming with that album for all my dogs. Yeah, it's on the way. Hey, look, Toronto, Hamza, all of them, get ready. We coming, because I love J. Cole. That's my goat still. But for all my dogs, you talking about opening the Henny with Uncle Shannon on that one. And look, him a little dancing dance. Yes, sir. Y'all gonna see what's up. Stay tuned. In the words of my boy Prime, shout out my boy Dion. We coming, and then guess what? Now we gonna be here. We here. Yeah, you know it.
That's right. And we're gonna be here every single Tuesday, for the duration of 2K24. So, and if you didn't get a chance to speak again, there's a bunch of other spaces as well, and there's a bunch of platforms. If you're looking for feedback for 2K24, submit a ticket. Joe, you're my dude. But again, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I appreciate you, Heck, Stogie, Ramsey, Jay, Allie, Jimmy, everybody that supported us along the way. Allie, did you learn anything from the show tonight?
Was I supposed to?
No, that's the thing. Just in case.
That's awesome. Maybe.
How about you, Heck? Heck, did
I'll
you?
have to get back to you.
All right.
Not that I can recall, though.
Let me see if Heck learned anything. It's just to see if we're still. Because he learned that he's gonna have to help me with my rebuild. My rebirth.
I learned that you're gonna make a rebirth. Wait, what is rebirth? There you go.
Yeah, rebirth. It's on the way. You know, I'm going all in on Park Sweat, so I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that info. Yeah.
Word.
And Stogie, I'm gonna need those plays. You've seen me play. You know that there's some things lacking in my game. Let's just say that.
Hey man, I'll keep putting them out for you.
I appreciate it.
Help you out.
For everybody. And Ramsey, the co-op streets are waiting. They'll be warm for you. Take your time.
Listen, just like you gotta wait for great things, and listen, I want y'all to understand. Just when that signal go up, and it's co-op time, just know boot camp starts for the people who never played with me. Boot camp starts for the sweat. Activated mode. Turn it on, turn it off.
Happy birthday, Ramsey. And for everyone else, I really do appreciate all the time you've spent with me. Shout out my wife. Without the support, I wouldn't have as much time as I do. So, next Tuesday, we'll see where we're at. Is Shaq going to break the game? Please comment, like, and subscribe.